Hey guys, my name is Dom and welcome back to Faith Family Homestead, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I am out in the garden again. I have my son bringing over some cattle panels, some T-posts. We're going to be putting up some more trellises because I want to get some of my vining cucumbers and pole beans planted on some arch trellises. I also have lots of more tomatoes that I would like to get planted in the ground if I have space for it, so I'm going to try to get up another tomato trellis. But before I do any of that, I have this garlic that I was showing, I think in my last video or two, that my dog, it just didn't have a good time. My dog dug it up like 2 times. I tried to replant them and they are looking pretty dead and crispy, so I tried to dig up one that it was just falling over dead, and there's actually a pretty decent garlic on it, so I dug up 2 more and let me show you. So this was the first one that I dug up because it was just falling over, and so I dug up this one and that's what that looked like. And so I dug up a few more and that's what came out. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up the rest of this garlic. Like that one, they seem to be struggling, and I don't know. I'm just gonna pull the rest of them up and see what happens. Okay, so I don't know if it was the variety, but most of these purple ones, the bulb was just coming apart and like resprouting, or maybe I didn't harvest it soon enough, but that's how or maybe it was when the dog dug them up and then stuck, and I tried to replant them. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Ugh, there's a bug. But so yeah, so all the purple ones look like that. So I don't know if these were just like when I replanted them, if I stuck them together in a pile, or if the dog mixed all of these clothes together. I didn't pull all of them, I left some of them that looked a little better, but I pulled these and that is what they're looking like. They're super damp, so I'm gonna let them sit out and dry off. So in this bed right in front of it, I'm actually found some garlic scapes, so that must be the hard neck variety. I know that that was a soft neck variety. Let's see. Oh, there's one right here, and you can use them in cooking, and there's more. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the rest of them off. So while I was standing here, I just went ahead and trimmed this onions. I've never trimmed this onion since I put them in here. The 2 times I've trimmed the onions in up front, I haven't trimmed these, so I decided to go ahead and trim them. I'm so excited. Those onions the bulbs look bigger than the ones, the red onions that I planted up front. So trim those. I have them sitting there. Have my garlic scapes. I'm just gonna make a pile, and I'm gonna check on the garlic in my front bed because I also planted hardneck garlic there to see if there's any scapes that need harvesting. So I don't see any scapes. Actually, nope, I just said that, and so no, there's a scape forming right there. But what I was going to say is that I'm going to go ahead and trim these onions as well. I haven't trimmed, these are the red onions I planted from seed, and as you can see, like, this is the biggest bulb it looks like, and some, you know, are still really puny. So the ones I planted in the container are doing much better, but I'm gonna go ahead and I was thinking about giving some of these a haircut because they haven't been cut since I put them in the ground. So I just went ahead and had my daughter bring out my basket and just added the onion top greens and the scapes in this basket, and I'll bring them in And I have the garlic sitting on this empty potting soil bag to just dry off, and I'll see what we can do with that. If I clean them off and if any of them are good and not mushy, we'll just see about that. Before we start working on those cattle panels though, this morning we got in our ducks. We ordered 6 Khaki Campbell, 6 Pekin, and 6 Cayuga ducks. And my daughter is going to show you those right now.
Hello, my name is Anaya, and I'm in the garage right now, and I wanted to show you the ducks we got today. The black ones are going to turn into blue, beautiful ducks. And then we have white ducks. And I forgot what the brown ones are going to be. And over here, we have like egg-laying chickens. And where the ducks were, the meat chickens used to be there, but now they're outside. And right now, I'm walking to, like, here is I'm going at the egg-laying chickens, and I'm seeing if they have any eggs. And there's that egg and these. That black chicken right there is my favorite chicken, named Chubby Chica. I wanted him to be a girl, but he turned out to be a boy. And I think that's all I'm saying right now. Bye.
Okay, so we're back in the garden now, and we're going to start working on putting up another cattle panel trellis for tomatoes, and then maybe 4 of the arch trellises. Okay, so it is much later in the day, and we've gotten 6 arch trellises put in. My husband came home and finished putting them in with my son, and we also got another trellis up in the log raised beds where I'm going to plant tomatoes. So I have one arch trellis here and here, and then one in the bed right next to it, and then I put one up here at the front next to the strawberry bed. Then on the opposite end of this this long one, this middle in-ground bed, I have 2 more trellises, arch trellises. And then you saw us put up this cattle panel lengthwise of the bed, and that's where I'm going to plant more tomatoes. These 2 beds were beds that I planted carrots, and a lot of them didn't make it with the the frost that we had. So I have some Armenian cucumbers that I am going to get in the ground. I'm going to put 1 at each end and 1 at each end over there. So there will be 4 Armenian cucumbers. So I have these started. So I have the Armenian yard long, and then this one just says Armenian. I don't know if that's actually the same variety, and we started extra by accident. I'm gonna have to find out. Okay, so I did go inside and check on my seed packets, and they both are Armenian yard long cucumbers. So I'm only gonna plant 2 of those, and I'm gonna look for something else to go on the opposite side of the trellis. Okay, so I just saw that I have a Chinese snake cucumber, so I'm gonna put 1 of those, and then I have cucamelon, so maybe I'll do a cucamelon, 2 Armenian whites, and then a Chinese snake. Okay, so we have our first arch trellis planted. I planted the Armenian longs on this side, then I have a Chinese snake, and then I have a little cucamelon right there. That one had 2 seeds in it, so I just planted them both, and as one gets bigger, maybe I'll trim one back. Should definitely be enough space for them. I'm guessing if they take over half of a trellis. But this is my first time planting on an arch trellis. But I do live in a very hot, humid area. I'm in South Carolina. It is always wet outside. So I know Jessica from Roots and Refuge. She lived in Arkansas, and she planted 2 on her cattle panels, and she lived in a hot, humid area. Of course, now she's in South Carolina too. So I'm taking her suggestion as planting 2 per cattle panel. Okay, so it is much later in the day. I was still out here planting, but I didn't bring the camera with me. I got lots more tomatoes planted, planted in some pots. And now I'm just sitting here, and I forgot that I didn't sign off the video. So I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day.